I related so much to this movie. I really didn't expect that, I guess, how much I was like, I feel this. Like, I'm a mom of two. I work from home. I so get it. Can you talk about the inspiration behind this film?
I am also a mom of two, and Rachel Yoder's book came to me before it had been published, when I had just had my second kid. It was right after the pandemic. I had moved out of the city into the woods during the pandemic when I was pregnant and was basically isolated with my two kids while my husband went back to work, and I was losing my mind very slowly. Um, and her book came along, and I was like, oh my God, this is so relatable. I want to cry. I feel so seen. I
Mhm.
feel like finally somebody gets it and understands all of the weird thoughts going through my head. And came from there.
Amazing. Can you talk about Amy Adams? Like, she's so perfect. So, like, can you just talk about what makes her so perfect for this role?
It's such a beautiful kind of alchemy that comes together when the perfect person is playing the perfect part. And I feel like I've been so lucky with the casting of all of my movies in that way, where finding the right part and the right actor to go together is just such a beautiful thing. In this case, Amy was attached from the very beginning, so I was writing it really with her in mind and could really picture her in every scene. And she and I had had such lovely conversations about the book and what we had loved about it. And I was able to kind of infuse the adaptation with all of my own experiences and what I knew of Amy and sort of bring it all together.
I love that. Can you talk about the importance of the character's name being Mother? Like, I loved that. I love that touch so much.
That was something from the book, but what I related to so much about it, I'm sure you have this, is like I feel like I introduce myself half the time as, oh, I'm Wiley's mom, or oh, I'm Zadie's mom, and I don't even say my name. And you realize you start to lose your own identity when you become a parent. There's this sense of like, I've even had little kids come up to me and be like, "Excuse me, Wiley's mom." It's like,
Yeah.
so I'm not my own person. Um, and there's also this sense, I mean, I think every parent can relate to this feeling of being almost like tuned out when you speak, as though no one can hear what you're saying. But
Mhm.
also, I think as women age, we tend to feel even more invisible. So all of these ideas kind of swirled around to come to this idea of like, she's just mother, he's just husband, he's just
Yeah.
son, and just that anonymity and invisibleness.
Hmm. And I'm guilty of it. Like, I have people in my phone as like so and so's mom,
Me
not
too.
even. It's like,
I know.
what?
It's an impossible thing to not do. I know.
It
And
is.
I always remember the kid's name before the parent's name.
Me too. It's so bad. I hate that. I feel bad, but I know I'm not in it alone, at least. We're all doing the same thing. Uh, Final question, because I love this movie so much. Can you just talk about like what you hope mothers especially take away from this film?
I think I felt so alone when I had my first kid. I really felt like I was doing everything wrong, and everyone else seemed totally fine with everything that was happening to their bodies and to their kids, and felt like they knew what they were doing and how to sleep train and how to do this and how to feed and da da da. And I felt so afraid to talk about my experience of it, which wasn't that, which was, I still was happy I was a mom, but it was a very complex experience of
Mhm.
becoming a mom. And it felt all the joys and all the sorrow were all mixed up together. And so I just hope this makes people feel a little less alone if that's their experience, or if they've never had kids, maybe it'll just make them appreciate their mom a little bit.
Yes, I agree with that one. Absolutely. I did call my mom after watching.
Oh, good.
So even though, and went to my kids, I was like,
Good.
kids, I love you. I'm also my own person. Mom, I love you. Thank you.
Yes.
You know,
Totally. Totally. I'm
exactly.
glad
Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
you.
Thank you.